I have been thinking about journeying forward, and I want you to join me as I take in some of the views where I live and I spend some time pondering on this new year, 2022. So, thank you for joining me on my walk today. I love to take walks as they give me a lot of clarity, fresh air, and I can get my steps in for the day and not worry about what I'm going to eat later. I like walking off the heavy things of life. Walking allows me to breathe in deeply, and the location where I live has amazing views that contribute to my motivation to do that. While I'm fortunate to have great views, I realize how much perspective can be something we miss out on if we're not intentional. A journey will either feel daunting or exciting depending on our perspective in life. We will either worry about what can disrupt our journey, or we can have confidence in God to help us if something does happen. As you walk with me, take some time to think about your life. In your journey of life, as this new year unfolds, are you moving forward in worry, or are you moving forward in life with confidence? Who do you depend on as you live your life? Think about that. Walking with God makes journeys less fearful. God guarantees that we will come across trouble on the path of life, but He also tells us to have courage because He has already overcome this world. When you walk with a God who never fails, who won't stop loving you, who will relentlessly fight for you, you can count on Him to handle the obstacles that can come your way. So in this new year, take a walk with God and leave the worry, fear, anxiety, stress. Leave that at home. There is no sense in worrying whether or not you will make the right or wrong decisions this year. If you're walking with God, all things work together for you. His thoughts towards you are to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. Think about these things as you move forward this year. If you wonder, well, I don't know or have God in my life, I want you to think about the breath in your body. Where does it come from? If you are still breathing, God is there because the very breath you have came from Him. You can find that in the book of Genesis, in the creation story. And His breath is your GPS tracking system. He knows where you are. He's placed His direction into your life. The only problem with us as humans is we haven't acknowledged God. Some of us have, some of us haven't. But if you're new to this thing, this walk, when you begin to believe that God is alive and present, when you can stop and tell Him your concerns, I guarantee you God's response will remind you that He's always been there. God never leaves us. We leave Him. So if you walked away, He's waiting on you to remember, I have Him. You have Him. Think about it. I want Him. He's the way. He's the truth. He's the life. Why wouldn't I want Him? You can have a good life, and you can have truth, and you can have peace in the way that you live. And when we acknowledge that God loves us, and He cares for us, and He always has, and He always will, this is when we can live a good life. Life is good when we can live it in spite, no matter what comes our way. Which perspective will you choose for your journey? Will you walk with Him and see the beauty that is left around you? Or will you walk alone without His hand to help you see? Choose God, and He will help you see who you are. He will give you the answers you seek. He will show you the way to yourself and your future. Be blessed, everybody.